Alright, welcome back to the channel, everybody. I'm Lady Nyca, and with another edition of Shit Talking Saturday. Is much like Fuck Shit Friday, where we talk, we talk that shit while swallowing spit, honey. I kind of decided to do this video today because yesterday I got a little sidetracked doing the Fuck Shit Friday live. Y'all, sometimes when I go live, I like to interact with you guys. So I didn't get a lot of my stories out that I wanted to talk about. So I said, well, instead of being upset about it, you already have that up as your live for your Fuck Shit Friday. Why not just hit them with an old nasty piece of Shit Talking Saturday? Well, we do the same thing on Friday that we gonna do Saturday. For those of you who are new to my channel, I do these week recaps of what's been going on in the world of entertainment, news, and sometimes I might hit a little politics and sports. So, welcome to my channel. I hope that you find the ambiance to your liking and you stick around a while, honey. Um, the first article that I omitted to talk about, which I wanted to share today, was a little politics. And it says that Kamala Harris unveils a $1 million plan to invest in black home ownership. Now, that sounds good. Let's see what she's talking about. Senator Kamala Harris has come to the table with a brand new plan that in this presidential race. She reportedly plans on investing in black home ownership. According to Fox News, Senator Harris's plan is an attempt to uh, help close the racial wealth gap in the United States. The California Democrat announced she will have a $1 billion allocated to down payments and closing costs of black communities. The housing program would reportedly be distributed in the form of grants from the Department of Housing and Urban Development. There are some guidelines to this program, though. Families would not be able to have an annual income higher than 100K or to 125K in high cost areas. The maximum home to qualify for the program cap is 300,000. By taking these steps, we can shrink the wealth gap between black and white households at least by 1/3. Harris said in a speech in New Orleans, but we cannot bridge the racial wealth gap by just addressing historical uh, inequities. Although we must do that, we also have to write the next chapter. Recently, Senator Harris went head-to-head with Vice President Joe Biden during their first Democratic primary debate. Kamala has a lot to say about Joe's work while in the Senate. I do not believe you are racist, and I agree with you. When you commit yourself to the importance of finding common ground, it was hurtful to hear you talk about the reputations of two United States senators who built their reputations and career on segregation of this country. Senator Harris may have a long way to go to win over the Democratic vote. However, child, some people got faith in her that she's going to do well. The proposed plan is a good plan. I mean, I like the idea, but I don't know if she's gonna be able to put a plan together that's actually going to win over the Democratic people a little bit more to her side. I don't know. I don't know because they already have these first-time home ownership, which is much different from this, but then again, it's similar. So we're gonna see what the hell gonna happen with this. Do you support Kamala Harris in this possible plan for allocating $1 billion to invest in black home ownership? Again, as a black person, I like the way it sounds, but I need to get into more of actually how this is going to be set up. I need to know the particulars, and until I do, I really don't have much of an opinion other than to say it's a good plan. Now, tell me how it's going to all come together. Let me know what you think about that down in the comment section below. Kenya Moore and Cynthia Bailey's ex have been slapped with lawsuits after a Real Housewives of Atlanta incident. The Atlantic Black Star is reporting a $25,000 lawsuit was levied against Matt Jordan, who dated Kenya Moore, and Peter Thomas, who was married to Cynthia Bailey. One Mr. Anthony T. Green filed the suit stating he was hired to drive Moore and then-boyfriend Jordan around Charlotte, North Carolina in 2016. Peter Thomas was preparing to open Club One at the time, and Moore was set to host the event. In the filing, Jordan said that something that upset Moore. Then, after Thomas paid for the couple's flight to from Atlanta to Charlotte, Moore somehow convinced Thomas to cancel her boyfriend's ticket. Jordan was unaware about the change-up until the last minute, when he then got into his car and took the 3.5-hour trip to go to the club opening. As Moore waited outside the limo outside the venue, Jordan allegedly drove up, blocked Green from moving. Green says Jordan reached inside the vehicle, pulled the door open, and then hit him in the face. Now, he said he was hurt and alarmed, but the producers of Real Housewives of Atlanta persuaded him not to call the authorities, and he reluctantly returned to work. Well, see, that's where you was a fool at. Because I remember that season, I think it was it's season 9, I do believe. I think it's in this article. I'm going to get to it. But see, this is where he was a fool at. Because, child, that man did. Now, they didn't show him hitting you, but it did show him coming, opening that door, blocking you in, and we could tell something happened. Ain't no Real Housewives of Atlanta producer gonna persuade me not to call the authorities so they could keep filming. That just wouldn't happen, not on that day or another day. If you offend me, I'm calling them people and put them in your life. Because, see, the reason why I say that, because look what happens next. The next day, he had to go to the hospital where he was diagnosed with a concussion. So he sent claims. So in his claim, he said he suffered from harmful emotional distress, humiliation, and mental anguish that required him to seek psychiatric treatment. Child, please. Neither Thomas or Jordan have publicly reacted to the litigation. Neither them or the Real Housewives of Atlanta production company have filed responses. However, the incident Green described is documented in an episode on season 9. Again, you should have said something then, but I guess better late than never. There is no way that man would have accosted me like that and I didn't get with him and didn't put some people in his life. Kenya really dodged the bullet with that man because we all know Matt not stable. He's not stable at all. But I'm interested to find out what the hell's going on with this and will this man be granted some money? What y'all think? Y'all think he gonna get his coin? Let me know down below. RKelly is asking the judge to silence his ex-wife Andrea. According to court documents, Kelly's lawyer is accusing Andrea Kelly of breaching a marriage settlement agreement reached in January of 2009. In the documents, Andrea is not to speak about the years they were married. He's asking a judge to make her abide by that earlier agreement and not divulge anything involving their time together. Kelly's lawyer, Steve Greenberg, told TMZ that Drea's interview with the outlet last month was out of bounds. She told TMZ Live that if Kelly can't afford to pay for his child support, he needs to seek employment at Del Taco. Greenberg said Kelly has made no disparaging remarks about Drea publicly, and there is plenty he could say. The lawyer said she got to 2 strands of income: child support from R. Kelly and blasting R. Kelly. Damn. That lawyer ruthless, ain't it? She also is violating the conditions of the agreement when she discussed her marriage to Kelly on Growing Up Hip Hop Atlanta. Drea's lawyer, Allison Mata, responded R. Kelly violated the agreement for years. She claimed he violated the conditions of the agreement with details of their marriage and divorce in his book Solar Coaster. Now he can no longer control her with physical abuse, so he's resorting to methods of control and punishment that can be inflicted from afar. Bitch, please, let me tell y'all something about Andrea Kelly. I used to support her, but then I began to see who she really was. Who that woman is an ex who only probably got in a relationship because she saw that he was a rising star and she wanted to get in. She pumped out them 3 kids real quick so that she would solidify herself an income for the rest of her life. Now, she's supposed to be this classically trained dancer and whatnot, and I give you that. Dre got a badass body and she can move, but I ain't never seen her do nothing that these girls right here in this neighborhood ain't did. I ain't never seen that. And I think that it's sad that as a mother, although I get he's supposed to do his part, girl, you supposed to always have made a life or a way for yourself. You expect him to continue to take care of you and them kids, because that's what he been doing. And he ain't doing it. Now, he say he up to date on his child support. I think he owed the interest on it, but he up to date as best he can be. That's for them kids. How long you gonna continue to ride off that man's name? You done got married since your marriage to RKelly, and you kept that last name, and you keep talking about him. So that leads me to believe that this is all about the money. If he'd have wrote you them checks like he was in the beginning, this wouldn't even be a thing. And this is not about your children, because your children is fine. They damn near grown. And what they need for, why you ain't putting in nothing on it or complain about it. It is not R. Kelly's fault that your only claim to fame is that you were married to him and shitted out some children. That's not his fault. Although I feel like, he's done some stuff in his career, doing his career that ain't right, and now he's having to pay for that. I feel like that he needs to be held accountable for anything illegal that he has done. Morally, he's corrupt. We're going to see now did he legally become corrupt, because we're going to see him go through a trial with a jury of his peers that's going to make a decision as to whether or not he committed crimes and the level of punishment that will follow if convicted. But Andrea, you're not doing this to save nobody. You're not doing the stuff you do to help nobody. This is all a ploy. You're pissed off and you're coming at him because A, he failed you in that marriage. B, after the money, after y'all marriage was over, he wasn't supposed to be trying to help you find a career. You supposed to have found that for yourself. I just don't see it for Andrea Kelly. I see gold digger, bitter ass ex when I see her. Now, I'm not saying he ain't do nothing to you, Drea, but as early as 2017, you were singing his praises. Were you having Stockholm Syndrome symptoms? I don't know. But I think that it's a real sad situation when you marry for money and shit go left and you don't get what you think you're supposed to get out of it, and the minute that it stops completely going your way. You ever thought about, had you not started talking about that man last summer, that you might would have still been receiving your coins? You stopping him from making money, so what the hell? You're a very big part of why he can't make the money he once did. So if you really was concerned about your children, I don't think you should have done that. And I still have to say that there are plenty of women out here who divorced, myself included, and I still took care of my damn children. Whether he was kicking in or not, I knew my kids was going to be okay because I was going to make sure of that. Now, I went through the law to make sure that I get what I'm supposed to get from him, but as a woman, you should not be in this big of a damn struggle because you've been divorced from this man for over 10 years. What did you do with all of this time? I know you had that one reality show that lasted 1 or 2 seasons, but girl, you ain't did shit since. And now what I'm sitting back doing is watching you basically pimp out your children. Them kids look uncomfortable as hell. It's a lot of stuff that you planted in these children's head, and I have no respect for women who do that. Now, if them kids grow up with a grudge or an issue with their parents, let that be because of what went on between them. It shouldn't be exacerbated by a parent that's angry and bitter. Now, I'm not saying you wasn't, you didn't get done wrong in the situation, but I don't feel like he did you so much that you need to be doing what you're doing right now, which is now creating these stories. And I have a little problem believing her because I remember just on Instagram a couple of days ago, she thought it was wise in going live to show that she has this procedure done in her face, some type of form of acupuncture or something, but she can make herself cry on demand. So that says a lot to me about her. When we seeing them big old tears and he hurt me and I was got on that balcony and I was about to take my life, but God told me to look in the laptop under domestic violence. Child, I'm starting to believe all of that was a part of the act. If you can cry on demand, you can lie on demand for damn sure. So, I don't know. I don't have much for her. I really don't have much for her. Now, he got to pay what he got to pay for what he's done in his life. If he guilty, then okay. But I think a lot of people just riding his name right now because the thing to do to get you noticed is to drag RKelly about a situation. And this woman is proof of that because she go any and everywhere wanting to be heard. Girl, you done went from The Real to HLN to the you was on some show on CBS. You done been on Sister Circle. You done been everywhere. Somebody, all the radio stations. Anybody that'll listen to your damn story, you willing to tell it. That's how I know that you're not doing it because you're trying to advocate for anybody or help anybody. You're doing this for a cute coin. But be careful. When you dig one ditch for a person, you might as well dig two because you're eventually going to fall off into that. Because if you think that we don't know that you knew more than what you're saying you knew, you're crazy. But I see you ain't want to talk to that FBI. Bitch, bye. Anyway, the 90-Day Fiancé stars Jay Smith is in ICE custody facing deportation amid divorce from Ashley Marsden. The U.S. Weekly said Jay Smith is in the custody of the United States Immigration and Custom Enforcement amid his divorce from Ashley Marsden. He was detained at York County Prison in Pennsylvania. Smith, whose real name is Conroy St. Christopher Smith, turned himself into authorities after learning he had a warrant out for his arrest stemming from an alleged violation of a protection from abuse order that Ashley Marsden, age 31, placed on him on July the 1st. Okay? Before surrendering to the ICE custody, Smith posted a cryptic video on his IG stories of himself listening to a song about someone turning themselves in. Boy, bye. You only wanted a green card from this girl in the first place. She's 31 years old, former divorced woman with 2 kids. You was a 21-year-old community clean, flandering ass little boy who just simply wanted a green card, and you used this little lily white girl trying to get it, but she caught on to your game. You wasn't smart enough. See, if you were smart, you would have stayed on course with what you were supposed to do. Wouldn't have been no Tinder apps or none of that stuff or all these females. But you know the apple don't fall far from the tree because if you've been watching the 90-Day Fiancé, you saw where he come from and his dad. His dad is just like that. He's an old community ping giver, okay? And his son is a young one. Boy, you should have been smart in how you moved. Or better yet, how about you just not try to play some woman to get over here and get over here the correct way? Apply. Ugh. Anyway, I could give a damn about what he got going on. And did y'all peep out? I'm going to come back and do the review for it tomorrow. But y'all peeped out that Megan came up and told Nyca over there on Love After Lockup that she had been cheating with one of his friends after he had went back to jail and she was hurt about everything he had done. And did you see he got angry about that? I imagine he's supposed to, but see, you really ain't got no room because imagine what Sarah feel like. Now, Sarah say that when the cameras ain't around and Megan ain't around, he the perfect husband. But when that's going on, she don't know. And she don't know how their relationship is going to move after this. She refused to say flat out whether her and Nyca will be divorcing, but just says their relationship is definitely not the same. I don't have much sympathy for Miss Sarah, because she's been around this man a long time, couple of years now, long enough to pop 2 kids out by him. And in the book of my mind, When someone shows you who they are, you believe them. You know this boy is not going to be faithful to you. I don't know if he's not 100% happy with you, or maybe he got some wandering ping. Either way it go, when someone show you who they are, you believe them. You can't get mad at him for being who he obviously has been since y'all been together, because when the show came on, you told us that this wasn't the first time he's done that. So it says a lot about you and how you feel about yourself if you continue to be in a relationship with a man who has no respect for you. I can't roll with you on that. I cannot roll with you on that at all. So I think that y'all need to leave each other alone and co-parent, and you go figure out what's broken inside of you that needs to be fixed. Moving along, Channing Tatum had to file a restraining order on a woman for breaking into one of his Hollywood homes and staying more than a week. That woman squatted for over 10 days, breaking into his home, according to the legal documents Channing filed in Los Angeles County Courthouse. The intruder was found by Channing's assistant on June the 24th and placed under citizen arrest before the authorities were called to take her away. At the time, she denied trespassing on the property and believed Channing invited her to stay. Although he does not know the woman, he is aware of who she is because she reportedly showed up at his home and tried to make contact. According to him, in the declaration, the woman left a letter at his home back in November claiming they met 10 years ago and she believed that he had been watching her. Channing was granted a restraining order, and it also includes protection for his ex-wife Jenna Dewan and their daughter and 2 assistants. Child, people crazy. I told y'all, social media has been a blessing and a curse. People think that because they see you on the TV or they see you on the YouTube or they see you on the Twitter or the Instagram, or Facebook, they think people get, especially if you're a public figure of any kind, they get addicted to you. Some people are able to keep that shit in check and know how to support and not act like a crazed fan. But since there is no censorship on the internet as far as being able to detect who crazy and who not, anybody can get in. All they need is a damn computer, phone, and some Wi-Fi or an internet packet, something. That's all they need. And these people get on this online very unstable and grow attachments to people. And sometimes it gets so bad that stuff like this has to happen because they begin to invade your space in a way that you don't like, in a way that's unhealthy. So I'm glad he got the restraining order on this woman. And I hope she realized how crazy this looks and go get her some help because, girl, you done broke in this man's house, living up in his house, and he don't even really know who you is. A sin and a shame. Now, on my Function Friday yesterday, I did mention that young lady over in Texas that licked the ice cream and put it back in the grocery store freezer. And I since then learned that, they police found out who she was and contacted her. And that they decide, she's a minor, so that kind of takes a little of the punishment off the table. Because prior to that, she was facing 2 to 20 years. Yeah, she was facing 2 to 20 years. But now it's kind of then changed the face of how they plan on proceeding with this. I don't know what they planning on doing, but because she is a minor, and I guess the boyfriend or who that was heard being talked to and talking to her in the background, I guess they both minors. I don't know. All I do know is I don't understand. Now, I don't think the girl need to go to jail no 2 to 20 years for no damn licking of no ice cream, even though what she did was highly disgusting, and she needs to be punished for it. But I don't think she deserved no slap on the wrist. She needs to be made to understand what she did was wrong, because even minors can get it too. Now, as long as the punishment fits the crime, I don't have a problem with it. But just because she a minor don't mean she should be able to walk away from this scot-free. That's the problem to me. Just because of her because she's a minor, you're going to let her walk away what did she learn from it if we just give her basically a slap on the wrist and send her home? She'll never learn anything, and she'll reoffend in some kind of way later on when she's older, where people ain't going to give her that benefit of the doubt of her being young. Now, I do take into fact that she's young, but I still stand by what I said. She needs to be punished for what she did. Now, as long as they can make sure that the punishment fits the crime, I'm cool with it. But she needs to know what she did was not cool and it's not going to be tolerated. They need to make her understand that she can't do that ever again. And that goes for anybody. Anybody that goes out here and do stupid stuff. I just think I don't like it. Everybody are up in arms. There's a lot of debates going on about Halle Bailey being cast as Ariel in the live-action remake of The Little Mermaid, and apparently she blew director Rob Marshall away, as she has been a front-runner for the role from the beginning. Halle will be singing Ariel songs in the new film. Will incorporate some of the original pieces from the 1989 animated hit, as well as some new bops. She will join a star-studded cast, and although there was much talk about who should play Ursula over on Twitter, Disney has decided to go with Melissa McCarthy. They've been in talks for her to fulfill that role. Now, my thing is, why is people mad about this little girl this young lady getting this role? Because she black. I don't give a damn if you lime green. If you got the talent to be able to pull a role off and people will believe it and enjoy it, then so be it. We make it help me understand. Because, see, I haven't did the research to see exactly why so many people in their fields. So if y'all know down below, let me know. Because I don't see the problem. If she got the job and she can do it, then what's the big deal? Maybe it's more to it that I don't understand, and that's the reason why I'm bringing it up now, so y'all can get down in the pen and tell me what the deal is, baby, because I don't understand what we mad for. Oh, boy, I tell you, people disgust me sometimes, but y'all help me figure that out, and that's going to bring it to an end. Tomorrow I will come back with Love After Lockup from Friday night. I'm not feeling good. I don't know if I'm still hungover or what. But anyway, I had to do a video today, and this is it. I'll be back tomorrow with Love After Lockup. Y'all remember, your destiny, your struggle will determine the height of your success. In the meantime, in between time, please remember to rate the video. Ratings get me recognized on the YouTube streets. Comment down below in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on all topics that's discussed, especially this Ariel Little Mermaid situation with this child. Why is it such a big deal? Let me know. And if you have not become a Love Thing today for the free 99 over here on YouTube, please press the subscribe button. You will then see a bell pop up. Tap that notification bell 2 times so that you will get all of the notifications from this channel. And each and every time I go live or drop a pre-recorded video, you will be knowing all about it. If you are catching this via myspreaker.com, please follow the channel. I have a podcast that I'm trying to launch within the next week or two, where we're going to talk everything from social issues to love and romance to politics. So follow me over on Spreaker. Also, remember, I have a Teespring line where you can get some of fly accessories such as cell phone cases, t-shirts, tank tops, pillows, leggings, honey. You can get it all, bearing some of my favorite quicksands for the Lolo. Ain't that expensive, and all proceeds go back into the channel, so please support that as well. And if nothing more, y'all have a great remainder to your Saturday. I will see you at some point tomorrow for Love After Lockup. Have a good one. Peace.